Welcome back to another episode of Ask a Fish. This is a series where I answer your questions that you leave on Discord, and we go over the recent Guitar Gear releases. Don't forget to join our server if you haven't already, if you've got a question for next episode. Plus, it's just a good time. Quite a bit to talk about this week, so let's get into it. Smack a like on the video if you're going to enjoy it. It actually really helps out with the algorithm. It must be appeased. And let's just jump into your questions. Air Guitar 035 asks, Tim Henson has an interesting set of signature Fishmans now. What do you make of those? Yeah, so I actually just got a set, dropped an unboxing vlog a couple of days ago that you might have seen. Fishman sent over both Tim Henson's signature set and Scott LePage's custom set, and I mean, they're over there on the bench right now, and I'm just about to throw them into a guitar, actually. And I gotta say, with how ornate and highly visually stylized Tim Henson's gear normally is, I'm a bit surprised they look so plain. You know, like check out his signature Ibanez guitars. I was half expecting the bobbins to be engraved with the Tree of Death. Instead, they're pickup-ass looking pickups, but they might just be the most versatile set of Fishmans ever. It's got the hot-rodded humbucker and single-coil voices from the classic set. Polyphia has such a definitive sound, so it's got unique voices to nail that tone. And then you've got a nylon string voice. So you've got like a de facto piezo built into the humbucker without needing a separate pickup system or a separate output jack. Wire it up to a push-pull and you're there. Ridiculous. So these should be able to cover everything from high gain to acoustic singer-songwriter bullshit, all while being super quiet, super articulate, super dynamic, all the things that make Fluences great. So yeah, very excited to wire it up. Well, no, not necessarily excited to wire it up. Soldering is a pain in the ass. I'm excited to have them working in a guitar. How about that? And I'll have a mod and demo video out in the next week or so. And now's a great time to bring up that 9,435% of viewers are not subscribed. Make sure to do that and turn on notifications so you don't miss that video and or any of the future uploads. But here's where I'll throw it to you. Tim Henson's Fishman Fluent set. Exciting, hype, or kind of boring? Let me know down below. Fox asks, what's your favorite bass? I personally love my Thunderbird Vintage Pro 4. Yeah, that's a good try, but the correct answer is Baina's Greensboro Dingwall. Rusty the Ugly Guitar Maker asks, thoughts on the new Jackson X Series signature Scott Ian King V, all caps. Oh dude, this one's pretty cool. Scott Ian's revamped Jackson X Series King V is the most wholesome signature of the year. It's an homage to Dimebag Darrell by replicating the Dime Slime aesthetic. It comes in Baldini Burst, and Baldini was Dimebag's name for Scott Ian because I guess they didn't have keeps back in the day. The Jackson high output humbuckers are uncovered, zebra in the neck, and it has a floating trem, a Floyd Rose special. Niato body, neck through maple construction with graphite reinforcement, and the 12 to 16 inch compound fingerboard radius that Jackson likes to do. So besides neck through, kind of not great specs for $899, but I like the idea, I like the thought behind it, and right now, you can't get any dime guitars from Dean, so this is the closest we've got right now. But those are just my thoughts. Here's where I'll throw it to you. Thoughts on Scott Ian's take on the Dime Slime? Let me know down below. But you know what does have great colors and great specs? The sponsor of today's video, Ridge. If you're a regular viewer, you've heard me talk about Ridge a lot on the channel. Absolutely love the products, and it's actually their 10th anniversary. And to celebrate, if you use my link in the description, you'll get 40% off and free shipping, which is the largest discount I've ever seen them run. And Ridge is redefining the wallet in a way that makes sense for modern life. I made the switch a couple of years ago. Cannot imagine going back to the old traditional bulky style. I love the sleek modern form factor that can hold all your cards and fit into your front pocket. The durable plates made of aluminum, titanium, or carbon fiber are RFID blocking so scammers can't steal your information, and each wallet comes with a lifetime guarantee. Ridge has a ton of colors and styles to choose from. All the B-roll I'm showing are some of my current favorites. They're a fantastic gift option for those hard to shop for friends, and you don't just have to take my word for it. They have over 50,000 5-star reviews. So if you want to see why so many people are switching over to Ridge and love it, head on over to ridge.com/agafish. Again, 40% off and free shipping. It's the biggest discount ever. Link will also be in the description, and of course, click and help support the channel by letting them know that I sent you. And while you're checking them out, let's get back into your questions. Chow Purple Gang Leader asks, what is your favorite Halo game? For me, it's Halo Reach. A nerdy video game one. Love it. Halo 3, the final Warthog run. Are you kidding me? And one of the most epic soundtracks of all time. Or ODST maybe. I really liked the film noir vibe. And now it's time to talk about some new gear releases. Keep these on your radar. Billie Joe Armstrong has a new Gibson signature Les Paul Jr. And the first thing you need to know about this guitar is the case. All right, get ready. Are you ready? Hot pink chainsaw case, leopard print, plush interior. Holy shit, it's fucking outrageous. I love it. I love how over the top it is. I imagine Satchel from Steel Panther, he must be mad as hell. He must be kicking himself that he didn't think of this first. The rest of the guitar is a little more predictable. He's known for playing Les Paul Juniors. He's had multiple Gibson runs in the past. Epiphone just dropped a couple of signatures for him last year, all Les Paul Juniors. So it's been out of their standard production lineup for a while. It's back, this time in vintage ebony gloss and silver mist. He's been playing the silver one live for a while, and everyone is hoping for a production version because silver flake metallic on a Les Paul, awesome. So it's finally here. Hopefully this means we'll get an Epiphone version sometime in the next year or so. It's also got Gibson's latest hum-canceling P90, the P90DC. Now, the problem with dual-coil hum-canceling P90s is that they generally don't sound like true single-coil P90s. You lose a lot of the bite, which is kind of the whole charm and character of a P90. It's a raw, rabid, bitey pickup. It's a wild sound, incredibly noisy. And that's why there have been so many attempts to tame it, and every time it's like, oh, this is the closest to a true P90 yet, but I've yet to try one that cancels the hum and still retains the original attitude, for lack of a better term. So put me down as a skeptic on this one. But that case and a silver mist Les Paul Jr., I don't really care whose name is on it. That's a fucking cool guitar. Do I need another Gibson? Probably not. I don't have one with a P90 though. Moving on before I make an irresponsible decision, the next entry in the Gibson Kirk Hammett collection dropped, and it's the same Murphy Lab aged custom shop Greeny, but at a discount. Kind of. Now, it doesn't come with the exclusive Gibson tour or special date night with Kirk Hammett, so instead of 50 grand, this will only run you $20,000. That's a lot of money. Now, there are differences with the guitars. The fingerboard is Indian rosewood instead of the highly regulated Brazilian rosewood, so that means this one can be sold outside the US, and it's got a standard brown case without Green, Moore, and Hammett's names on it. Other than that, same guitar, aimed at the same people in the same income bracket as the previous one. Listen, I mean, the original guitar has a great history. Famously, Peter Green bought it for a reported $6 in the 60s, sold it to his friend Gary Moore for about $125. Kirk Hammett bought it at auction for a rumored $2 million, although he denies that figure. Still, it adds to the lore. So in that sense, it's an exact replica, looks sick, probably sounds great with the custom greenie buckers, and it'll cost you just 1% of the real deal. The bigger news that kind of got lost in the shadow of yet another outrageous price tag is that in April, they're dropping a standard production Gibson USA Greeny standard. Now, this will be the first non-custom shop, non-Murphy Lab version, and aging is controversial, but in this case, the aged look is kind of reflective of that lore behind the guitar. And the lore, the fact that it was played by 3 very different but genre-defining artists, is a big part of why Greeny is so special compared to other 59s. So I was really hoping they'd find a way to do some aging for the USA version, like how Heritage has their artisan-aged H150 standard. You know, it doesn't have to have all the finish checking and all the buckle rash that only the custom shop can do, but a slightly aged gloss, so maybe it doesn't look brand new. That would have made it an instant wishlist item, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It looks like there's going to be basically a regular Les Paul 50 standard, but it will have a AAA flame top and the Greeny Buckers, flipped magnet, and the reverse mounted neck pickup and everything. No pricing details on that one yet, and still no word yet from Epiphone on a more wallet-friendly Greeny. So as cool as Greeny is from a guitar historian perspective, I really hope that we get to see more of the Kirk Hammett collection soon, because when Kirk Hammett joined Gibson, we knew that they were obviously going to do quite a bit with Greeny. It's such a famous guitar, but it was famous even before Kirk Hammett, to the point where it's been reissued by the custom shop before, with all the aging, with the special pickups, without Kirk's name on it. So as nice as this Greeny Fever is, it'd be cool to see like a purple sparkle Les Paul custom with bone breakers or something wild and 100% Kirk Hammett. And then generally, I don't give one shit about bass, but I'll make an exception for this one. Troy Sanders of hometown Atlanta Heroes Mastodon has a new signature Fender. It's a silver burst P bass with a matching headstock and block inlays. I don't feel like I need to say any more on that fucking beast of a bass. And then guys, remember a couple of weeks ago when Fishman trolled everyone and was like, look at this new Greg Koch P90 signature series. And then all that was is you could now buy the neck pickup individually instead of only as part of a set. And don't get me wrong, that's cool, but it was definitely a bit of an oversell. Well, this week they've done it again with the new Fishman Fluence Will Adler pickups. When I got that email at first, I was like, oh no, what did they do? That's their best sounding set. Don't change anything. Well, everybody calm down. It's just new colors, nickel and black nickel. And in this case, it is actually a very welcome addition to the lineup, because before they were only available with aged gold covers, and that's a look that doesn't suit every guitar. It's been a limiting factor since launch that they've solved by adding these new colors. So now you won't have to miss out on the meanest sounding Fluence set if aged gold doesn't fit with your setup. And then it's Harley Benton's 25th anniversary. I'm not gonna lie, who else thought they were a brand that started in like 2015? 25 years? They started in the 90s? Would not have guessed. So to celebrate, they've launched an entire limited edition collection. They've got 25th anniversary badging, stainless steel frets across the whole line, which consists of a Fusion 3, a Fusion T, an SC, an ST with a single-sized humbucker in the bridge, a TE, a JM, and a couple of basses, if you're into that kind of thing. The JM is particularly interesting. I'm pretty sure that's the first time Harley Benton has put stainless steel frets on that shape. Now, the 25th anniversary is traditionally the silver anniversary, but Harley Benton have, for some reason, gone with gold instead. No idea why, and it had the potential to look really cheesy and gaudy. I thought I was gonna hate them. Color me surprised though, pun intended. The dark metallic satin gold actually looks really good in real life, especially with the roasted flame maple necks. And in fact, this topic leads nicely into our next segment. In case you missed it, since the last episode of Ask a Fish, I just uploaded a vlog unboxing 3 of the new 25th anniversary models, specifically the Fusion T, the Fusion 3, and the SC. So if you want to get a better idea of how these look and sound in person, check that video out. Finally demoed the EVH 5150. Not the iconic, not the 5153, no, not the pedal either. Amazingly, EVH even has guitars with the 5150 name to make things even more confusing. It was my first time trying anything EVH, and I'm not gonna lie, I had so much fun with this guitar. I mean, look at it in all its slime green glory. It is impossible not to smile. Wrote a synth-heavy demo, brought in my friend Cam Cooper to lay down some shred for the track. He killed it. Super fun demo. One of my favorites of the year so far. Did a quick unboxing vlog, which are quickly becoming my favorite types of videos to make. Give you guys a sneak peek of what's coming up on the channel. And this time got a couple of PRS SEs, one of the new 2023 Holcombs, and an SE McCarty 594. And honestly, that McCarty might be the best looking SE ever. and that is from an import line known for having some great looking guitars. And lastly, a new high integrity mod project vlog finally started with one of the new Squier Affinity Telecaster Deluxes, and actually it's an astonishingly good workhorse, even stock. But I didn't let that stop me from throwing in a few $100 worth of upgrades. And I'm gonna give it away to one of you guys. Make sure to watch that video, one, because mod project videos are always fun, but also so you get all the details on how to possibly be the new owner of that guitar. Links to all those in the cards and in the description. And that will do it for this episode of Ask a Fish. Massive shout out to the awesome patrons. Their names are on the screen right now. Consider joining them if you enjoy the content and want to support what I do. You can also join as a channel member or grab yourself some merch to help out the channel. Social media, merch, Discord, all the links I just talked about will be in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I will see you for the next video.